This is the first meeting of the Council for the 2013. I am sure I speak for it. In accordance with the understanding reached
now that we have been able to make progress on the chemical weapons issue, we should not forget we also needed to make progress on the humanitarian issue, and that we should not forget that the conflict is continuing, that the humanitarian situation is ever deteriorating.
One refugee is created in Syria every 15 seconds. Since we've been speaking this morning, there are another 11 refugees.
Good morning. This PRST was agreed unanimously today, and its aim is to facilitate access for humanitarian relief to all parts of Syria. It stresses in particular the need for safe and unhindered access for all humanitarian workers.
This consensus statement clearly calls on all parties to do their utmost to end the violence and stop targeting civilians. It also reminds them that they must facilitate the swift provision of vital humanitarian aid, and that there are serious consequences for violating international humanitarian and human rights law. I will not stop pressing the Council to turn this statement into a resolution, but in the meantime, we will use what is in the statement in the most positive way possible to make the changes on the ground that we need to speed up our operations.
Some capitals are still against the holding of Geneva II conference. Then you have the problem of who would represent these thousands of armed groups and terrorist groups, including Al-Qaeda, operating in Syria. Who would hold these groups responsible and accountable to Geneva process? Then who would represent the so-called Syrian oppositions, in plural, in Geneva conference? If the government is there, and it will be there, who would be the counterpart of the Syrian government at this table of negotiations? So Al-Ibrahimi should first address these very serious concerns to those who are behind arming, supporting, and protecting the armed groups and the terrorist groups.